Hey guys, how you doing? I'm here to do or tell you my thoughts on Never 18 by Megan Bostic. I know that when I showed this in my haul, a lot of people were really excited to hear what I thought of it. It is a debut author's. She is a debut author. This is, her first book for young adults. Actually, it might be her first book, uh, like her very first book ever, but I'm not sure. I was trying to read that because I always like to read the back flap and that, and I don't see that anywhere. Anyways, it's a very short book. It's short in height and it's short in pages. It's only 200 pages. And it starts off with a boy named Austin and his best friend Kaylee. Those are like the two main characters in here. Austin is 17 years old. Or is it 16? I want to say it's 17 years old. And he does not have his driver's license, so he relies on his best friend Kaylee to drive him around. And the book starts off where he goes to her house, and it covers 2 days, where she just drives him place to place, wherever he wants to go. He doesn't really tell her why he's going to the places he's going to or visiting the people he's visiting, and she doesn't ask questions. He doesn't stay long where he's going. And he has an agenda. He has a reason why he's doing this. And you kind of pick up on the reason, towards the beginning of the book, but it's not spelled out for you. You find out for sure, it's like the last 2 chapters or something like that of the book, exactly why he did what he did. And even though you have the idea through the book what's going on, and which is a sad thing. I mean, it's a sad book. It didn't really make me sad or cry or anything like that until the very end, when it was spelled out for me. I enjoyed the book. I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed what Austin was doing. But I think I needed more details. I needed it to be a little bit more in depth for it to really hit me, to really have that connection, or that to really be drawn into it. So I took it as a good book, but for what it was, I felt like for what it was supposed to deliver and what it was supposed to make you feel, it just didn't do that for me, like I said, to the very last 2 chapters. And because of that, I think I gave it 3 stars on Goodreads. One of the reasons I hate giving ratings, and another reason why I hate that Goodreads only has whole stars and you can't do halves, is because I try to be open-minded, I guess, objective when I rate books or tell my thoughts on them or review them or however you want to call it, whatever you want to call it. I can tell you how I feel about it, but then I try to step back and see what the author was actually trying to promote, what the author was actually trying to put across to us, and the execution and everything. So the way that I felt with the book was a little bit lower than what I think the book actually deserves. If that makes any sort of sense. I do recommend it. I think a lot of people, it'll be a tearjerker for. But like I say, with me, you have to spell things out. It's very hard for me to assume things, or for you to just hint around at things, because I don't always get things. I need it to be almost in black and white. So, yeah. But that's it. That's Never 18 by Megan Bostic. I can read the back of it for you if you like. I did when I did my book haul, but I'll go ahead and do it again. It says, I had the dream again, the one where I'm running. I don't know what from or where to, but I'm scared, terrified really. Austin Parker is never going to see his 18th birthday. He probably won't even see the end of the year. But in the short time he has left, there's one thing he can do. He can try to help the people he loves live, even though he never will. It's probably hopeless, but he has to try. So obviously that basically tells you, you know. So yeah, it was, like I said, it was well written. The chapters were rather short. I mean, it took me like 2 hours to read it. I read about 100 pages an hour. And yeah, it even has, in the back of this, it even has a playlist. It says, music often inspires my writing. You may have noticed songs and music mentioned throughout Never 18. I wanted to use lyrics from some of the songs below, but because permissions are hard to get, I could not. Other songs on the list just inspire the spirit of the book. Here's the Never 18 playlist, and then it lists songs. I like music, but I'm not a big music person where, I mean, I can listen and say, oh, that song reminds me of this time period in my life or that, but I don't always get the whole meanings of songs. Like, I don't dive deep and I don't dissect songs and all that. So the playlist isn't a huge thing for me, but I know a lot of people love music, like, greatly, so. But yeah, that is it. I know it's a short one and it's not very enlightening probably, but there's just not a whole lot to say. And I'm reading right now Daughter of Bone and Smoke, Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. Is that her name, I believe? I'm really liking the book now. When I first started it, I actually put it aside, and that's when I read Never 18 last night, because I just wasn't getting into it. And but I've heard so many good things about it, I wanted to give it a chance. So after I read that, Never 18, I picked it back up, and then it started picking up for me, and now I'm really, really liking it. And it's actually reminding me of Kirsten White's books, Paranormalcy and Supernaturally, with the human character mixed up with like the paranormal aspects, creatures, characters, what have you. So yeah, it's getting pretty exciting. I think I'm only on page like 140 right now, but yeah, and it's like 418 pages. And that is it. I know the library still they're holding 6 books for me, I believe it is, and I still have 7 from there to read, so I gotta get reading. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.